Right, so I'm going to show you how I mix this drum track. Everything. So I use a Get Good Drums drum library, which basically allows me to change the sound of all the individual parts of the kit, and it also allows you to do some like sort of pre-mixing, so sort of volume work really, just you know, to increase and decrease the volume or how much is coming from the overheads and the rooms and stuff like that before you've even started the recording. So once the Get Good Drums stuff is set up, now we can start the actual mixing. So I use the MK609 plugin, which is a compressor plugin from Audioscape. Now with this plugin, it basically helps to reduce the fatness of the drums. So like it just makes it overall sound a bit more consistent, and it just thins out a little bit. So yeah, it sounds really nice, and using this compressor plugin to make the drums sound a little bit thinner allows me to use then this Studio VET plugin, which is just from a compressor plugin from Logic itself. It just allows me to be able to make the drums then sound quite fat. So they sort of, in a way, they sort of contradict each other, but in a really nice way. And as you can see there, I've not got too much attack on it. It's just sort of a stock sort of setup, and I've just put a little bit more gain on it, and that's it really. Alright, so now I'm using the channel EQ plugin from Logic themselves. And that's basically essentially what you're doing when you're EQing is you're equalizing the frequencies of the sound. So you're just essentially equalizing it and making sure that it all sounds quite balanced. You can see all there, that sort of the red pinky line, that's the different frequencies moving obviously as I'm within the recording when I'm playing on the kit. So in this area here is the kick drum. In this area here, that's the snare, and then down the bottom towards here, this is sort of the hi-hat and stuff like that. The most important thing to remember at the end of the day is that when you're mixing, you're going to make it sound exactly how you want it to sound, not how other people tell you it should sound. So yeah, and then the final piece of mixing I do is I add some reverb onto the kit, and that's it really. There's nothing more to it. It's only a slight amount of reverb. Again, this is a stock plugin. And yeah, just to make the drum sound that tad bit airy in a sense. So yeah, and that is how I mix my drum tracks really. There's nothing much more to it. It does take a while. There's a lot of like fine tuning and things, so you know, with the different plugins and stuff like that, going over it, make sure it's all balanced. But apart from that, those are like the main steps that I take. But yeah, just remember, I'm not the master at mixing, you know, I'm still starting off, but those are just the steps I take.